India has seen increasing instances of rising tension between the judiciary and the executive. From judicial appointments, the scrapping of the NJAC, to forming of a parallel disaster management agency for drought, the government and the judiciary have butted heads on whether there is a line each must not cross. On the face of it, judicial powers appear seamless. But there is a growing consensus that the sheer weight of this very power could keep the judiciary from using it to protect citizens. Some examples include the criminalization of homosexual acts and the high-profile cases on human rights in trials of alleged terrorists.
Merely the fact that a court has the power to strike down legislation doesn't necessarily mean that it will be a strong court, and doesn't also necessarily mean that it will exercise that power routinely. And what we've seen in India from time to time is that notwithstanding this facially strong power to strike down legislation, the court refuses to do so, quite ironically, on account of the nature of that power, or the strength of that power.
This view has found takers with sitting Supreme Court judges.
There is a reluctance on our part as Supreme Court judges to strike down legislation, even though we may consider it blatantly against a fundamental right.
That only makes the case for increased cooperation between the government and the judiciary. After all, as some legal eagles were quick to point out, there are instances where the executive has reached out to the judiciary for its decision on delicate matters like Ayodhya and water disputes between states.
We have to revisit the notions of supremacy and sovereignty. We have to redefine them as notions of collaboration and coexistence. And this does not compromise judicial independence.
The message being driven home is to balance political powers through balanced constitutionalism.
Judicial review is no less an instrument of political power than any other form of democratic governance.
In New Delhi, Ashmit, Kumar.